So over here, especially, they're typically found in abundance. Okay, so we're talking about environments over here already. So this is giving a hint at location, all right? Oh, bless me. All right. Okay, octopuses live together with their cousins, the squid blank. Bless me again. Whew. Blank often considered monsters of the deep, as most live on the ocean's floor. Okay. Oh, I see. People are starting to answer. Okay. Any answers? Any other answers? Okay. Okay. Will. Okay. Jaden says will. Okay. Aloy Play says are. Is. Okay. Okay. Any other answers? Hi, Ozil. Ozil is here. Where? Okay. Were. Okay. Okay. Is. Okay. 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 This answer is actually can play good songs. Bad. Could we play Stray Kids music? All right. Okay. Okay. Now the answer is actually R. Okay. Now I know that everyone roughly because you guys solved this, okay? But over here we are talking about octopuses and their cousins the squid. R. Yes, the answer is R. Okay? Are often. Okay? That is the reason why we are using. Yes, exactly. Yes, monsters is plural. Okay, so we are talking about a plural. Okay, a plural subject. So we are using are, and we're not using were because we are. This entire thing is written in singular. I can't hear it very well because it is playing in the background. All right. Okay, moderator is not a stay. It's okay. Okay, so this entire passage is written in present tense. Okay, you can see here they are all in present tense. Okay, so we are using are. However, some species live in relatively blank water that are often less than 200 meters deep. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight a couple things where you guys answer the questions, and then maybe it can give you guys some hints. Okay. Hi, Dee. Okay. Under shallower. Okay. Okay, I see all your answers. Okay, the answer is shallow. Okay, now the reason why the answer is shallow because over here we are talking about monsters of the deep and we are using the word however. However does introduce contrasting ideas, okay? She is I'm trying to think of something. She likes red, however her favorite backpack is pink. Okay, so there is however does show a contrast. Okay, okay, so Please note that. Okay. Okay. Why shallower, since it's a con? What do you mean? What? As in, like, why not shallower? Because we're talking about relatively. There's the word relatively here. Okay, so relatively already shows that level of comparison already. So um, you won't need er at the back in relatively shallow. So it's relatively, you can see it as the comparatively shallow, shallower as relative to it is. Okay, now if the word relatively wasn't there, you can use the word shallower. Like, however, some species live in shallower waters that often they are often less than 200 meters deep, but you won't say relatively shallower waters, right? Okay, because that will be almost repetitive of itself, right? All right, I hope that answered some of your questions. All right. Okay, the diet of octopuses blank mainly crabs, shrimp, and lobsters. Okay, what might the answer be? Okay, Gargo, I hope I answered your question. All right, any other answers? Is, consists. All right. All right, great, great, great. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs. Great. Okay, okay, okay. Includes. Okay, the answer is includes. Domino, yes, domino. Alright, domino. Includes. Okay, now you guys all say consists. Okay, but the main reason why consists cannot be an answer, because you would have to have write it as consists of. This is a one word answer. You can't write consists of. That's why it's not the answer, and there's no of over here. Okay, so we are keeping it at include. Okay, includes mainly crab, shrimps, and lobsters. All right, that is why. All right, on rare blank, they have been observed to attack larger prey. All right, okay, on rare blank, what might the answer be? Okay, let's see all your answers. Okay, occasions, that is correct. All right, okay, let me. On rare occasions, when you say on rare occasions, occasions is, okay, rare occasions is a common phrasing. Okay, it is idiomatic. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, so, okay, you guys have got it correct. All right, blank sharks. Okay, oh no, no, they have been observed to attack larger prey. Blank sharks. Okay, what might the answer be? On rare situations, technically it would not be incorrect. The message won't be incorrect. However, I would say we would stick with the answer occasions, because when you see the word rare, it's usually rare occasions. Okay, you don't say rare situations. It's okay. Moderator is not say. It's okay. We will sit with K-pop today. It's okay. Okay, so larger prey, mainly crabs, shrimps, and lobsters. On rare occasions, they have been observed to attack larger prey, blank sharks. Then, okay. Okay, now this is Stray Kids. Yeah. All right. Ask class. Yeah. Okay. Then sharks. Okay. Unfortunately, we are looking. Okay. Let's see. They have been observed to attack larger prey, like sharks. This is an example. This is an example. What do you mean, what did I do to my hair? Wait, what do you mean, what did I do to my hair? Is there something wrong with my hair? So confused. Okay. Like, okay, yeah, like. Okay, because like introduces an example. Can I say including? They have been observed to attack larger prey, including sharks. Because when you're saying including sharks, you're talking about larger prey that include sharks. They have been observed to attack larger prey, including sharks. I would say like is better because over here we're introducing an example. Okay, including is usually when you are, I would say it's when you're introducing a group and you're saying that there is a bit of an outlier but it's still included in the group. Okay, so over here there is nothing particularly different about sharks that does not classify them within larger prey, so I would say introducing them as an example would be better. Use like, I think like would be better. It's just different. Is it is it because I did this to my hair today? Have you guys ever seen me with my hair down? Is that why? I don't usually put my hair down in lives. Is that why? Is that why? KK? Great. Alright. Using the rolls of powerful suction cups which line their arms, they grab their prey and pull it blank their mouths. Alright? Okay. 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 Okay, I see a variation of answers. Okay. The ideal answer is 2 words. Okay. I would say into wouldn't be wrong either, and pull it into their mouths. However, the idea of into, does imply that the prey is already moving in the direction of the mouth. Okay, so you're pulling it further into. Using the rolls of powerful suction cups which line their arms, they grab the prey and pull it. I would say 2 words is the safest answer. Okay, I would say 2 words is the safest answer. Okay. Hi, not Greg. Welcome to the live. You have such a. Is that a puppy? That is the. What is that? What is that breed called? It's the one that grows up to look like a lion, right? And pull it to their mouths. Using rolls of powerful suction cups which line their arms to grab their prey and pull it to their mouths. I think 2 is okay, acceptable. Acceptable. Acceptable, I would say. Puppy Sungmin, that's crazy. Alright. Sometimes octopuses crawl blank the ocean floor, sticking their long arms into small openings or crevices to seek blank their prey. Alright, let's do question 8 first. Question 8. What might the answer be? Long on, okay. Come on, Aspect, you have to choose one, okay? You have to choose one. I like how whenever I do these kind of questions with you guys always like to use give me one answer and then put a dash, and I'm like, come on, guys. All right, what might the answer be? All right, round. Okay. Okay, the answer is on. They crawl on the ocean floor. Okay, so they're crawling on the surface of the ocean floor. All right, so on is the best option over here. Okay. Fun fact, La La La, this song was the first song that got me into Stray Kids. That was the first song that like stuck with me. The first song from Stray Kids that I saved in my album. Just a random fun fact, alright? Okay, sticking their long arms into small openings or crevices to seek blank their prey. Blank their prey. What is question 9? Question 9. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Honestly, for me, one of my favorite parts about Stray Kids, I feel like it's not talked about enough, is how they often like to use Chinese characters. I don't know, I just find it cool. Or maybe it's kanji, I don't know. Out, okay? Out, okay? Any other answers? Okay. The answer is out. Seek out their prey. Okay. Seek out is a phrasal verb. Okay, so it's essentially it comes together. Okay. All right. Octopuses are blank creatures which live by themselves in dens built from rocks. Okay. What might the answer be? This is question 10, by the way. Okay. Antisocial. Independent. All right. Antisocial. I love that. Solitary. Okay. Fair. Any other answers? PSLE trauma. Let's go. This is a shared trauma that all Singaporean students will have. I gotta go. Bye, Ryan. Bye. So it's something that all Singaporean students share. But don't worry, because after you go into high school, no one's ever gonna ask you about your PSLE grade. Nobody's ever gonna ask you. All right, the answer is solitary. All right, so that is correct. Okay, solitary is correct. Okay, you can also use solitary creatures or you can say lone creatures. Okay, so that both are okay. Or lone creatures. Okay, I wouldn't say antisocial. Um, Antisocial has a bit of a negative connotation. Um, and at the same time, antisocial, I would say it is more of a character trait. Okay, whereas solitary simply states that it's in biological nature that they live by themselves. Okay, independent. I really wouldn't classify that as independent. Mm, because when you talk about animals, you usually use solitary alone. Okay. As a sec, I won't finish PSLE. I'm so embarrassed that I got this question wrong. It's okay. It's completely okay. Trust me. I remember coming out of my PSLE. It has been years, but I will never forget how I came out of prelims, and I just remember that I got one question wrong. Not one question wrong. I had to skip one question. I don't even remember why. I remember it was because the two pages were stuck together. And then after that, I opened it. It was like a blank page. Like the next one was a blank page. So thankfully, I only missed one question, I think. And then they stuck together, and I just flipped over. And I was so mad when I realized. Oh my god, I was so mad. All right. Question 11, protected. Okay, let's see. But yes, when you are flipping through your papers, please always like do this so that you can like try to separate the papers apart, especially if you have like dry fingers. Okay, because sometimes papers like they do stick together and you end up flipping the entire page and it's just such a bad memory. Oh, safe, protected. Okay, all right. Okay, to keep themselves safe. Okay. um hmm I would say safe is a better option. mm, because safe you're talking about. hmm I would say safe is the best option. I would say safe is the most smooth option as well. Okay. Yeah, safe. To keep themselves protected. Okay, I would accept protected. I would accept protected, but I would put a lot more emphasis on the word safe. Like if you guys have the choice, you guys put the word safe, okay? Protected, I will um a very forced accept. Okay, I'll accept it very forcefully. Alright? Okay. They create rock doors as shields to keep out predators. Blind threatened. Octopuses shoot inky fluid that darkens the water. Okay? Chogil says when. Alright? Any other answers? Not Greg says when. Okay, when. When, when. Alright. Okay, the answer is when. Okay, when threatened. Alright, when threatened. Okay, so that is the answer over here. Okay, when threatened. Okay. Okay, in order to blank their escape. Okay. Oh, whenever. I would accept that as well. Whenever threatened, I'll accept whenever as well. All right. Now, sure you. Thank you, not Greg. Aw, thank you so much. That means so much. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. All right. Facilitate. Okay, facilitate, make. Okay. 8, all right. Okay. Okay. Can we put once? What do you mean? Can we put once? For 13? To once their escape? Or, oh, once threatened. For 12, once threatened. Once does highlight in the situation when. I would say when or whenever it would be smoother because when and whenever. Once threatened. I would say that works as well actually. Once threatened. Once threatened. I think once works, right? Okay. 8 and able, let me see. Okay. Let's see. Confusing the attacker in order to blank their escape. Okay. Now, the answer that I'm going to put first is make. Let's look at the other answers, okay? To make their escape, because make their escape is a very commonly used phrase, right? So let's look at the other answers, okay? Okay, commonly used phrase. Okay, let's look at the other answers. Okay, let me look at the other answers. Okay, I'm seeing 8 to aid their escape. You know. Okay, so okay, first things first. Over here, we are the sentence. I'm gonna read the sentence again. When threatened, octopuses shoot an inky fluid that darkens the water, confusing the attacker in order to aid their escape. Hmm. In order to make their escape. Okay, now the thing about aid is that to support their escape. Okay, if it was that, I would take away in order, confusing the attacker to aid their escape. But since we are the word in order here suggests that there is going to be a second action. The second action. I had to lie to you in order to pass this exam. Okay, please don't do that. But so there has to be a second action in order. So it's like making way for the second action. So I would say definitely. I wouldn't support 8. I wouldn't support 8 in order to aid their escape. Okay, I have tuition early tomorrow. How early? Like, what's the earliest? Oh, 8 to 12. That's 4 hours. Is it like a crash course? All right. Different hairstyle. Why is everyone saying that? Is it because I'm letting my hair down for like the first time? Is it because I'm letting my hair down for the first time? Have you guys not seen me with like hair down? Well, so yeah, I don't I don't know why. I don't know. I just prefer having long hair. I used to have very short hair, like this short, like okay. Is there breaks? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Is there breaks? Alright, let me look at the other answers. Guide your escape in order. Again, guide is kind of like 8. I wouldn't support it as this because we are introducing a second specific action in order to guide your escape. A separate second action. Confusing the guide your escape. Hmm. Because guide suggests they need guidance to escape, right? I would say make the escape. Make the escape is the best. Is it true that you're not allowed to use black pens in PSLE? I would say what we definitely one thing is that when you use blue, there will be more contrast. So I wouldn't say definitively that you're not allowed to, but it is to your benefit that you are using blue pens because the teachers will be able to separate your work better from the question. I would say especially when you're doing math. I don't know. I don't know about other subjects like Chinese, but for English and I would think math, it would be a better idea to use blue. Better idea to use blue. Like for her tuition, like for this, um, between 2:30, 2 to 4, we take a break and then we for 1 or 2 minutes and then we do 4 to 5:30. So not really. I have to switch back to Sarasa as I need to use ball. Yeah. What you can also do is you guys can when you guys are going for PSLE, you guys can get those very cheap 50 cents or I don't know. They have like a huge bottle, and then they sell a lot of different ballpoint pens inside. Um, you can use those because those, even though they're cheap, they are actually some of the smoothest ballpoint pens to use. Okay, I use those kind of pens throughout PSLE, throughout middle school, high school, like secondary school and JC. So I would say I would definitely recommend those to you guys if you guys are going in for exams. And yeah, and one of the downsides for me is I tend to write cursive. I heard that. Well, I mean, I definitely hope that won't happen. Okay. Right. Okay, come on. Question 14. All right, we're almost done. They are also masters of blank, which can alter their skin to take on a range of colors and textures to help them blank with their surroundings. All right. So 14. All right. All right. Aspect is giving me more than one answers again. All right. All right. Okay, any other answers? Sentence has two blanks. Oh, you're giving for 15. Oh, I was like, are you giving me like two options to choose from? I was like, okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Dermatology. Dermatology. Oh wow. Okay, okay. Disguise. All right. The answer is actually disguise. All right. Masters of disguise is common phrasing, okay, when you're talking about like chameleons, when you're talking about anything that changes their colors, okay. The words that we would use is masters of disguise. You're also supposed to have a transparent pencil case by IDK way to find. Okay, there are some transparent pencil cases in Popular for very cheap. You can get that, or you could just use a Ziploc bag. I used a Ziploc bag. Or you could use those Popular like cases. You know the transparent cases that click in. Yeah, they sell those. They sell those. Can we say deception? Ooh, let's take a look. All right, they are also masters of deception, which can alter their skin. Okay. Mm, I would say deception works. If you wrote deception, it should be fine, but you would be safer with disguise, okay? Because yeah, you know what? Deception works. No, deception works. Masters of deception. All right, that works. All right, camouflage. Oh, okay. If you were to write camouflage, I would rather you write disguise. Okay, they are masters of camouflage, because camouflage. I wouldn't say Mm, yeah, no, camouflage doesn't. How do I explain this? Camouflage is a verb. They're masters of disguise and deception are nouns. That's why. All right. They are masters. I would say aspect stick with this disguise or deception. All right. If let's say you want something with around the idea of camouflage, I would say stick with disguise. All right. It's a noun. Yes. Yes. Deception and disguise is a noun. Yeah. All right. All right, which can alter their skin to take on a range of colors and textures to help them blend in with. Shaking milk and then drinking the foam is actually so fun. It is true. It is true. Shaking matcha properly and then drinking matcha foam is so nice. Camouflage blend to help them blend in. That is correct. Blend in with their surroundings. Okay, blend in is a phrasal verb. Okay, phrasal verb. Okay, so despite disabilities, some octopuses cannot escape their fate of becoming a delicacy on someone's dinner plate. Who likes sashimi here? All right. How many questions? Okay. We are done with this one. Actually, we are done. Okay, so that was around 15 questions. 15 questions. All right. 15 questions, and okay. So for those who feel like they want a bit more practice, okay, we are actually currently selling this 1000 PSLE comprehension close questions. Okay, I just want to show this to everyone who wants a bit more practice. Okay, so right as where we actually came out with an ebook just so to cater to students who feel like they need a bit of extra practice. I always tell the story that when I was. Are there any more lives today? Moderator. Moderator. Are there any more lives today?
Yes. 5:30 to 7.
Who is it?
Mizuko.
Ah, okay. Now, teacher Mitsuko is going live today at 5:30. Okay, I'll be ending my live at 5:30, and teacher Mitsuko will take over. All right. But yes, for those who want that bit of extra practice, this is a great option. Okay. I always tell you guys the story about how before my PSLE years ago, my mom would sit by the massive computer that we have at home, and then she would have to like copy and paste like questions from past papers just to make sure I can get that targeted practice. Okay. But now you guys don't have to do that, your parents don't have to do that. If you guys are feeling that you guys are a bit weaker in certain areas, okay, you guys can look to go to buy this comprehension close. Okay, for example, if you're weak in comprehension close, you can buy that. Or, oh, 2K likes, thank you everyone. Oh my god, 2.k. Okay, 2.k, 2K likes. Okay, yes, definitely so proud. Okay, every day with you guys is the road to many many likes. All right, but yeah, so for those who are interested, or you guys feel like you are weaker in one area than others, like maybe you guys are super strong with S&Ts and you don't want to keep on doing S&Ts each time, I would say it's good to have all-rounded practice, so past papers are a great option. But if you're looking for extra targeted practice, we have 1000 PSLE comprehension questions in this comprehension close. Okay, later on I will show you guys how to make that purchase via the link. Okay, so how to get to, from here, from this live into the, what do you call that, the Linktree link. All right, but for now let's move on. Okay, let's move on. What other questions do we have? Should we do another compre close? Should we do another compre close? Do you guys feel like doing? Let's do another compre close. All right. Today is a compre close day. All right. Today is a compre close day. All right. There are so many different kinds of pets worldwide, and everyone has a different idea of what animal makes the best pet. Okay. Some go for more unusual pets, while blank love nothing more than to own conventional ones. All right. You guys, if you guys, whenever I go through this, I always show you guys pictures of my own pet. All right. I have a little hamster at home. She is super cute. And I'm actually super excited because we bought some things for her and they should be arriving today. So we are all super excited. Um yeah. I'll show you guys some hamster pics, okay? I'll show you guys some hamster pics later. Okay? Yeah, I'll show you guys. All right. Well, others, all right. Everyone is saying others. Okay. Does anyone have any different answers? Okay. Not that you guys are wrong. Okay. Just want to see if anyone has any different answers. Okay. Let's wait another 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. Okay. Others. Okay. Now, usually when we are talking about some, the others. Okay. So over here, the keyword is here. Some, the others. Okay. So that is correct. All right. Amongst the common pets found in households are dogs. Blank are also referred to men's best friend. Okay, so what might the answer be? Which? Okay. Any other answers? Any other answers? Any other answers? Okay. Let me see. Okay, which? Okay, the answer is which. Okay, so unfortunately, dogs are not considered humans. Okay, who is only for people, so we're not using who in this case. Who is only for people, so we are using which when we are giving extra information about dogs. All right. Okay. Okay, or also referred to man's best friend. And cats, blank, they look adorable. They look adorable. Sorry. Okay. And cats blank, they look adorable. Okay, so we are giving a bit of reason as to why people have cats. Okay, so when it comes to reason, what word should be used? What word should be used when giving reason? Okay, what word should be used when giving reason? All right. Okay, I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now the answer that I'm gonna put is as. Okay, as a way of giving more information, of giving a reason. Yes, that's correct. Chogyo, IDK. It's okay. It's okay. Pillow says as, that is correct. Okay, as introduces a reason. Okay, so this is what we want here. As they look adorable. Okay, so people want to have cats because they look adorable. Okay, but personally, cats can be quite mean. Okay, I'm a cat person. Okay, I feel like as and since are interchangeable. Oh, okay. Are also referred to man's best friend and cats since they look adorable. But I feel like as it gives us one of the reasons why we go for people purchase cats. But if you say since they're adorable, it sounds like it is the only reason why you will ever have cats. Okay, so since they're adorable, so it makes it sound like there's something wrong with cats, but you will have them only since they are adorable. Oh, hi Aizen. Hi Jer. Are you using your parents' phone again? Where's your laptop? Where's your laptop? No laptop today? Are you playing skits? I actually can't really hear the music from here. And also because I'm talking all the time, so I can't really hear. But if it is Stray Kids, it is because there was a Stray Kids fan just now, and I was telling her how I am also a Stray Kids fan. Okay, I'm also a Stay, so I was like, let's play some Stray Kids music. Okay, so that's why we are playing Stray Kids music. Okay, but yes, that is it is actually one of my favorite groups right now. I'm so sad that there is no concert in Singapore. Okay, thank God I'm not a P6 anymore. Okay, after P6, you guys can all feel very happy deep down that you guys are not P6s anymore. All right, but you guys will be Sec 1s. All right, okay. But these days, rabbits are becoming a popular blank, and pet owners find them to be ideal companions. All right. I had a bunny and she was super cute. That's a bit of extra information. All right. But these days, rabbits are becoming a popular blank, and pet owners find them to be ideal companions. What might the answer be? Okay. Okay. Okay, first things first, okay? We are talking about companions, okay? Okay. Popular something, so the answer will be pet. I thought I was hallucinating the music, Loki. All right. Do you watch Stray Kids as well? Do you watch Stray Kids as well? Okay. Yes, you do. Oh, okay, okay. Who's your bias? All right. Popular pet. Okay, pet owners. These are all hints and ideal companions. So it really bangs from the idea of companionship over here. Okay. Why have rabbits become so popular, and what are the blank of keeping them as pets in comparison to having dogs and cats? Lino. That is great. That's great. I think this has become a Stray Kids club, as it should be, okay? Alright, so again, highlight the idea that this is in comparison, alright? In comparison. I have a pet frog. Is it like the little, like the green tree frogs, the one that have like a milky green, pale green kind of skin? Is it those kind? I wanted once. His name is Greg. That is so cute. That is so cute. I wanted a pet frog for like the longest time, but I was so scared that they hate me. There is someone called Not Greg here, but pet frogs seem like they're so hard to take care of because they have like that humidity like requirement. But wow, okay, benefits. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, I would say advantages is the best option. Advantages, because over here we are talking about in comparison. Okay, we're talking about in comparison. Okay, so as compared to dogs and cats, so it's not just about having benefits alone, but there is an edge. Okay, so an edge. So we want to really highlight that there is a certain edge to having bunnies as compared to dogs and cats. Okay, so that's why we are using the word advantages instead of benefits. All right. Yes. Okay. Rabbits are very cuddly and playful in their behavior, hence, they will always put a smile on your blank. Smile on your blank. What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Okay, what might the answer be? Rabbits are very cuddly and playful in their behavior, hence they'll always put a smile on your blank. Okay, now when you say smile on your, okay, the most common way to complete the sentence is face. Put a smile on your face is the standard idiom, all right? Standard idiom, all right? Okay, since laughter is, oh, okay, Greg's, not Greg's is best, all right? Everyone's saying best, all right? Best. The answer is best. Yes, that is again a standard phrasing. It is a common phrasing as well. You would say laughter is the best medicine. All right. Okay. Keeping rabbits can help to get blank of depression. Okay. Hi, Ryan. All right. Read. Okay, okay. The answer is read. I see one word out. Okay. If there was a word can help you to get blank, then it would be out. Okay, but over here you isn't there, so in general, to get rid of depression. All right, and being okay. Okay, next answer is curious. Okay, any other answers? Any other answers? Okay. Okay, I will accept curious and inquisitive. Wait, let me think about inquisitive. Let me look. Mm, I would stick with curious actually on second thoughts. Because actually the thing about inquisitive is that inquisitive does suggest more about learning. Okay? So over here it's more about exploration, not so much about learning. So I will be careful about the word inquisitive and I'll stick with curious. Alright? Alright, the diet of a rabbit blank raw vegetables and fruits. Okay, what might the answer be? Okay. We had this question just now. Really? Really? Yeah, it is a similar question to the one we did just now. Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? OMG, are you? Okay, we had this includes, okay? Okay. Includes. Okay. Includes is correct. Includes because over here we're giving some examples. We're also saying these are what it includes. All right. Includes a certain. Yeah. Okay. This means that you can blank them any kind of vegetable that you can get from the market. Okay. Feed. Okay. What other answers do you guys have? What other answers do you guys have? Okay, I'm gonna wait for at least one more answer. Okay, one more answer, guys. Okay, this means that you can always, it means that you can blank them any kind of vegetable. All right. Okay, the answer is feet. I would say feet is more specific, but if you wrote gift, I would be a bit hesitant for gift because giving doesn't mean that you're actually can be like a gift, you know, but doesn't really. We're talking about giving them food, okay? So giving them food specifically. So I would stick with feed, okay? Feed is more safe. It's more safe. Um, blank rabbits, dogs, and cats are mainly carnivores. Okay, that is correct. The answer is unlike. Okay, because over here we are saying that cats and dogs eat mostly meat products. Okay, cost more than vegetables, so we're clearly talking in comparison to vegetables. Okay, and rabbits eat vegetables. Right? Expensive. Okay. Okay, that is correct. Expensive is correct. Okay, costly. Okay, that works as well. Costly compared to what rabbits eat. Okay, I'm going now. Okay, bye, Pillow. See you some other time, alright? Okay, last bit, everyone. Rabbits communicate by making soft sounds like purring or clucking. Hence, they normally do not blank you or your neighbors. Bye, Pillow. Hence, they do not normally blank you or your neighbors. That is correct. Disturb you or your neighbors. That is correct. Okay? It fits the tone and it fits the sentence. All right. Great job, you guys. You guys are doing, you guys have improved so much. All right? So proud of you guys. Okay? Yao isn't even waiting for me to like say, okay, guys, okay, next question. Yao is just like, okay, I'm done with this question. Next question. All right. On the other hand, ducks and birds are notorious. The answer is 4. Okay, so we are linking this to this. Okay, at notorious at making notorious. Usually, it's you accompany it for because notorious is like infamous. Okay, so it's like essentially it's suggesting that they have a bad reputation for something. You won't say that some thing has a bad reputation at something. You can say that something is bad at something this or someone something is known. Okay, but when you're talking about someone is known for, you're using the word for. All right. On notorious on. That is not correct phrasing, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Leo, that is not correct, unfortunately. All right. So, you guys all did quite well, actually. Super proud of you guys. Okay. We have a few minutes left. Okay. We can do. Okay, we can do a couple of vocab. Okay, we can do like 1 or 2 vocab questions, and I will show you guys very quickly how you guys can make that. Can go to our link tree. Okay, but if there's anything you guys would like to see or any questions you guys would like to ask in general about English or exam tips, just feel free to let me know. Okay, understand that everyone is super stressed out about PSLE. Okay, so if you guys, let's say you guys are struggling with like timetabling or anything and you guys just need some general advice, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to like support you guys with any personal tips that I have. So like things that I maybe, let's say I struggled with myself, you guys can ask me for my own PSLE stories. Okay, I did PSLE even though it was a long time ago, but it is a very stressful period of time. All right. Okay. Katie was so blank in her newly bought novel that she did not hear her phone ring. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so engulfed, occupied, captivated, and engrossed. Okay, so what might the answer be? Aspect says 4. All right. Yao says 4 as well. Okay, I see. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, now firstly, we're talking. Oh, what happened to this mic? Okay, we're talking about a newly bought novel. Okay, we're talking about newly bought novel, and the thing about this is that whatever this is, it has to be in context of this. All right, so we have to note that down. A novel. Okay, that she did not hear her phone ring. So this action, we can really get the idea that it's more of a distraction. So she's so distracted in something. That is the rough idea that we're getting. All right. Okay. Now let's take a look. Engulfed. Now engulfed. Usually you would say engulfed in flames, right? You use it for physical things, like engulfed in flames, in physical things, right? Okay. Then we have occupied. Occupied means that you're super busy. Okay. Oh, what happened to this? All right. Busy. Captivated means charmed. Okay. So the man's beautiful eyes captivated me. Okay, so it's like charm. Okay, charmed. Okay, and finally we've engrossed, which means that someone is so fully focused or absorbed. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at all these. Okay, now, oh goodness, my charger, my phone is at the verge of going out. Oh, what happened? Oh my goodness. Okay, but yes. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, first things first. Physical things. Okay, we're talking about something in her new novel. Okay, engulfed. To be engulfed doesn't really make sense. Okay, occupied. Okay, she's not essentially busy. Okay, it is her distraction. Oh, this is your favorite Skid song. That's great. That's great. My favorite. I have so many favorites that I don't even know. Like, if someone asked me what is your favorite right now, I wouldn't be able to tell them. All right. Charmed. Okay, charmed doesn't really make sense. You can't be charmed by a book. Engrossed is correct. Okay, because you can be fully focused or absorbed into a book. Okay. Now let's do one more question before I go to the LinkedIn. Okay. One more question. Let's do 19. 19. Okay. 19. Question 19. All right. Ruby was so used to receiving blanks from others, she blushed deeply as her teammates heaped praises upon her for her performances. Now, whenever I hear the word Ruby, a song just pops into my head. I don't know if you guys know which song I'm talking about. Okay, Tree, everyone's saying Tree. I don't know if you guys know, but it's that. It's the kind of song that keeps on playing in your mind. All right. Okay, Ruby. Okay. See, it's just stuck in my head now. I don't know if you guys know which song, but okay. Okay, so it's something that you can receive from others. That's the hint we're getting from this context. All right. She blushed deeply. Okay, it's something that makes her blush, and it's something that her teammates can give her. Okay, and it's something that is similar to praises. All right, and she received it for her performance. These are all tips and a bit of context that we are getting from this. All right. Now, firstly, let's look at flattery. Flattery. Okay, flattery is insincere praise. All right. Okay, as team, Esteem is a feeling, it's not so much that you receive from others, okay? Compliments can be, compliments are like nice things said, right? Okay, and then we have recommendations. Recommendations is more formal, and it is usually for, it's more formal and it's usually for a job slash school suggestions, right? Okay, so it's not what we're looking for. Okay, so receiving from our teammate, you, this does not make sense. Okay, compliments make sense. All right. So we're gonna leave it and see if there are any other options. Okay, esteem, again, they said that this is not something you can receive. Okay, so it's definitely not the option. Insincere praise, if it's insincere and she knows about it, she would not have blushed. Okay, so I'm canceling one, making number three the best option. So you guys got this right again. Good job, you guys. Super proud. Okay, I'm gonna go through. We have 2 minutes left. I'm gonna go through very quickly how to get from here, this current page, to our link tree. Okay, this is especially for those who have been waiting to see that. All right, give me a sec. Can you flip this around so that I can see? All right. Oh goodness. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see I'm watching the same stream as you guys. I'm watching the same video. Oh my goodness. I'm watching the same one as you guys. Okay, now what I'm going to do to get to the page is that I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to get from our page to our link tree and to check out the ebooks or make that purchase. All right, so first things first, you click here. You can see the profile over here. See the little Writers at Work profile. Okay, click it, and then this should pop up. This is our Writers at Work profile. You click it, and it should take you to this page. Okay, now let's say you're interested in like maybe looking at some of our content. We do have some quite fun content. You can see it all here, or you could see these on our other pages. Okay, so okay, or you can watch the live here. You can see where we're when we're going live. Okay, but back to the link tree. Link tree is over here. You can see a link tree link. If you were to click it, it will bring you here. Okay, now this part, okay, we do have a lot of different links here, so please be careful. It is the third one. Okay, press and hold, and you will get, you it will direct you to this link. Okay, you should be able to see it here. Okay, this is our ebook store. All right, so for students who are looking for a bit of extra practice in certain areas, we do have books for a lot of different sections. Okay, whether it be compre close, whether it be synthesis and transformation, whether it be grammar. Okay, we have all of those over here. All right, and if you're also in O levels and you would like a bit of extra practice, don't worry, we also have ebooks for you. Okay, see, we have O level model responses. We have it for composition. We have it for oral. Okay, so we have quite a lot of ebooks for O levels as well. Okay, now when it comes to the other ebooks, okay, you can feel free to just scroll along, do a little bit of shopping, see whatever's the best for you, whatever's the most right for you. Okay, so the ones I went through were grammar and vocab questions. You guys can see it over here. You guys can click this button to view product. Okay, see if I were to click it, give it a second to load, and it should load in and you will be able to see the product. Okay, the Wi-Fi is a bit slow where I am. Okay, see here. Okay, and then you can see the descriptions and buy now if you feel like you want it. Okay, and there's a content, so you can at least have a better understanding of what you might be making that what you might be buying. Okay, so I would definitely say it is it's easy to navigate. All right, so for those who are interested, this is it. Okay, but yeah, let me know if you have any further questions. Okay, but yes, today this will be the end of our life. All right, this will be the end of our life. Okay, hi Jaden, welcome back. We are just about to end the live, unfortunately. Okay, I will see you guys all again soon, maybe on Friday. Okay, again, have the great rest of evening. Okay, bye everyone.